It is now time for your main event of the evening.
Main event time, folks, here at a stacked tag team edition of WFA Reborn. And what a main event we have for you here tonight. Absolutely stacked.
Introducing first, from his country club in Naples, Florida, weighing in at 212 pounds, Brad Baylor.
Brad Baylor, a WFA mainstay, but ever since he has been signed to the WWE ID system, my goodness, his skills have superseded any expectations people had going in of him.
And his tag team partner from Mount Olympus, entering the ring in perfectly mint condition. He is the PLA 2024 Men's Physique Champion.
Oh yeah! What a star this guy is!
WFA Champion, it's Gall.
Gall returning after squeaking away without defending his heavyweight championship against Aaron Ror, is now forced to face him in a tag team match. You gotta wonder if these two are talking strategy at the WWE Performance Center. Two of the top WFA has to offer, and two perhaps of the most unlikable stars ever in WFA history.
You suck! You shut up!
You suck and shut up!
Get Andy Dalton!
I'm headed straight for the gas.
And their opponents, hailing from Sparkle City, weighing in at an even 200 pounds, he is Evil Gal, the giant piece,
Aaron Ror, a phenomenal talent. Love that he's been added to the WFA roster. He has been nothing short of great. And speaking of great, our greatest WFA champion ever, the former champion, Mosh Pit.
And his tag team partner from the Providence Underground, weighing in at 221 pounds.
Was defeated by Gall recently, but Mosh Pit has made it known that he is coming back for that championship, and this is step one of revenge. What a great tag team Rourke and Mosh Pit are going to make. They seem to be gelling well, which is great to see. But once you get in the ring, once you experience tag team wrestling, it's a totally different ball game than singles competition. All these men are singles wrestlers, so it's going to be an interesting dynamic. And with Mosh Pit chomping at the bit to get his hands on Gall, and Aaron Rourke himself being robbed of a championship opportunity against Gall, this is going to make for a very great main event. And you hear the disrespectful chants for Brad Baylor, who isn't sweating him. Ever since he became signed by WWE, it doesn't bother him one bit anymore. The young man has the world in his hands. Heavily featured on WWE programming. I'm sure he finds it a step beneath him to have to return here to Concord, New Hampshire and perform. All right. All four men look primed and ready. It is go time. And with Mosh Pit in there, you better believe it's going to get turned up to an 11. Looks like Mosh Pit is going to start off for his team. And man, what a great display of tag team wrestling we've had for you here tonight, folks. So many great teams. This one's not about eyeing up the tag team division, though. Mosh Pit and Brad Baylor, we have seen them go toe-to-toe in the past. Fantastic performances from both men when they have. Both very sharp. Brad Baylor, man, turning up the aggression here very early. A very different Brad Baylor, ladies and gentlemen, ever since he stepped foot in Evolve. Man, really targeting that arm of Mosh Pit. He has been under the learning tree from some of the very best minds in the business. We see him sharpening his tools each and every time he steps into the ring. But Moshpit, sick of getting his arm wrenched there, sending a shock through Baylor's spine, and round 2 there as well with the backbreaker. And now Moshpit showing off in his own right here against Baylor, having his way with them. Baylor shooting Moshpit off the ropes. Moshpit having an answer though into a neck breaker. Fantastic back and forth from those two. And Moshpit eyeing up Gal as he delivers some offense to Brad Baylor. Fury of elbows in the corner. Baylor felt each and every one of those, and Moshpit coming in hard now with the strikes. Perhaps open up those fists there, Mosh. Raining down there. Oh no, headbutt now from the headbanger. Now Moshpit looking to make a tag, perhaps. Here comes the dime piece, Aaron Ror, ladies and gentlemen. You see a little bit of tag team continuity here. Oh, look at that unique drop kick. Aaron Ror now looking to pick up the pieces of Baylor, finish him off, but Baylor having none of it. Open hand slap. Looks like he caught Aaron Ror in the throat, and here comes the champion, ladies and gentlemen. It's Gal, reigning with fists to the midsection and a solid forearm to the jaw of Aaron Ror. As he now shoots off the dime piece from the ropes. Got a reversal there. Gal coming in, ducking the clothesline. Oh, Aaron Ror was looking to leapfrog, but Gal caught him on the shoulders. The man's physique, as he says, mid-condition, but he's got a whole lot of competition here tonight. There's Aaron Ror landing on his feet, missing the clothesline there, and oh! Little mind game getting played there, getting in the head of Gal, and it worked because there, it's a deep arm drag, sending the champion down, and a drop kick. Caught him hard, but Gal is not down yet. Aaron Ror shooting off, reverts from Gal this time, up and over, gets his leapfrog there, another back flip, beautiful, and a drop kick, sending Gal to the corner. And perhaps if we had the same story before, Aaron Ror would be your new WFA champion. I'm sure that's firmly in the mind now, as Rourke looks for the first cover of the matchup. Only a 1 count though on Gal. My goodness, the very best and brightest WFA have to offer here, and you have to wonder, Aaron Ror or Moshpit, who's going to be the one to get the shot at Gal for that title. And I'm sure getting a pinfall victory will secure just that, as Gal found an opening as Aaron Ror was wasting a bit of time there. But the ego of this man, the real-life action figure. Baylor tagging himself in there. Nice tag team continuity. Baylor's no stranger to tag team action. Of course, you see him all the time in Evolve, teaming with Ricky Smokes. But look at Mosh Pit here, coming in now. Thrashing Brad Baylor. And look at this, open opportunity. Gal again getting in the head of Mosh Pit there, and it's costing him big time. Baylor comes in with a hard lariat from behind. Brad Baylor now dumping Mosh Pit to the floor, where Gal awaits. And a stomp there as he lays the boots to his adversary. Oh, eating the ring post did Mosh Pit, courtesy of Gal. Moshpit's been waiting to get his hands on him, but not in this way. Man, he took a beating out there. And Brad Baylor looking to pick his spot now, driving those boots into Moshpit's sternum. My goodness, the aggression from Baylor, super impressive here. And Gal, my goodness, whipping Moshpit to the ropes and flapjacking him. Center of the ring. Baylor now. Oh, look at this. Mocking Moshpit as Aaron Ror is forced to watch on from the corner. Baylor and Gal in. Double elbow drop. And now Gal's got the cover. Count in. Oh, Moshpit able to get his shoulders up there just in the nick of time. And for the first time since losing the championship, Gal and Moshpit share the ring. If you haven't been following, Gall interrupted Mosh Pit because he had some kind words to say to his loved one, snuck in from behind with a glass vase, smashed it over the head of Mosh Pit, injuring him in the process, getting a heavyweight championship match, and thanks to a table was able to dethrone the long reign of Mosh Pit as WFA champion. So we see the cover now, 2 and Mosh Pit still getting the left shoulder up. Mosh Pit was put on the shelf shortly after that, but he is back and primed and ready for another shot at the gold. But he's got to prove himself here as he's in the ring with Gall, who is mopping the floor with him after that assault on the outside of the ring. And Mosh Pit now starting to fight back. Gall having none of it though, again dropping an elbow on the former champion. Well, now bringing it to the corner, getting out of there before Mosh Pit can fight back anymore. And now double suplex here. Just some great, solid, basic tag team offense, and it is working for these two who are being conditioned by the biggest machine in the professional wrestling world to cultivate global superstars. When I said Baylor has the world in his hands, I mean it. The best coaches, the best doctors, the best physicians, the best conditioning coaches, the best in-ring coaches, the greatest minds in the business. Now Baylor with the headlock applied. Man, Mosh Pit the fight in him. Trying to fight out of this. He's been in a ton of trouble. He's got to create that distance to make a tag. But Baylor cutting him right off there with an elbow. And now a European uppercut. He is deep in the camp of Gall and Baylor right now. They have just been eating Mosh Pit alive in this thing. Hard knife edge chop. Mosh Pit looking desperately for that tag, but Baylor cutting off the ring. Look at that. Great tactics so far that are working to a T. And now look at this, mocking Mosh Pit, mocking Aaron Ror with a smile on his face. Man, Baylor has transformed himself in the last year. I see nothing but great things for Baylor. But Mosh Pit looking to fight back. We've talked so much about his heart, his fighting spirit, his tenacity. He has put up with so much wear and tear on his body in the name of elevating WFA. But now I believe that he's come back. Now it's all about redemption and all about Mosh Pit. Great counter there out of desperation. Mosh Pit so close to Rourke, but Baylor has sustained so much less damage. He's able to make the tag to Gall, and Gall's able to step in. But Mosh Pit, though, reluctantly perhaps, now that Gall's in the ring, makes the tag to Aaron Ror. But he needed that breather as Rourke comes in, House of Fire, taking down any and all WWE talent, getting in his way, dropping Baylor on his head with the backdrop. Now, Gall going for a ride as well. No, trying to fight out of it. Rourke has him in his clutches, though, and sends Gall for the ride as well. The Dime Beast looking great here. In a 2-on-1 situation, no. Uh-oh, here we go. Charging in, but Baylor having an answer with that knee lift there. Catching Rourke just in the nick of time. Fireman's carry, Rourke able to escape, though. Meadow drop toe holds right into Gall. It sounds like Baylor got a mouthful. Both men charging in. Oh, hip attack to both men in the corner. Baylor, the legal man. Cover, count. Shoulders were down, but Gall, I think, got in there just in the nick of time. Breaking up that pin. Now Mosh getting him some here. I don't know if he's game for competition right now, but we're going to find out. Charging in at Gall, takes him down with the lariat. But you gotta have eyes in the back of your head. So many men, all four in the ring right now. Shotgun drop kick sends Mosh to the corner. Baylor, though, Rourke found the opening with the lung blower from the middle rope, the most dangerous rope in pro wrestling. Rourke coming in again now. Up and over Rourke. Oh no, Gall caught him here. Big time trouble. But Moshpit finding his shot. Booting Gall to the face. Gall having one of his own. Double clothesline out of the ring. All men are down. And now it is gut check time. Who has any left in the tank to finish this thing off? So many dynamics at play. Moshpit wants to win to gain a championship rematch. Rourke wants the pin to get a championship opportunity. Gall and Baylor want to establish their dominance as they know that they have agents watching this thing from afar. As Gall and Moshpit now, personal animosity towards each other spilling to the floor. And Moshpit, sending Gall into the barricade there as they brawl on the outside of the ring. And they are gone behind the curtain, ladies and gentlemen, but there is still a match underway. Baylor, come on! Baylor found the opening needed.
Brad Baylor and WWE Champion, Gall.
And here they are back on the floor, are Moshpit and Gall. This thing's got to get broken up. We need some more officials out here. There we go. So much animosity between the two of them. This has got to get settled one day. Oh, Gall looking to pick a shot there as they're getting separated. Moshpit wants that heavyweight championship. He wants revenge. He wants Gall. Looks like we're going to hear from the champion.
Moshpit, you've been pissing me off for far too long. I don't think you understand that when you're in mid condition, there is no competition.
Nobody cares.
I won tonight, so next show, I call the shots. June 28th, get with the glory. It's me against you in anything goes match.
Wait a minute. Moshpit didn't want to wait, but Gall has laid down the challenge. Anything goes. Championship on the line. Moshpit and Gall. We're looking very forward to that. But first, folks, we got to deal with next week. World-class Channing Thomas is back in action. Superfan John Austin takes on Dope and Filthy, and the Women's Championship is on the line as Luscious Latasha defends against Davian. That is going to be a banger, so make sure you subscribe and don't miss any of it as we come to you each and every week with WFA Reborn. It's main event time, ladies and gentlemen. This young man has a tremendous upside to him, winning championships up north in Canada, very active on the Northeast scene, a phenomenal talent, world-class Channing Thomas. You're going to want to remember that name because there are big things in his future. Great to see him back here in the WFA. He is going to be a formidable addition to the roster. Let's talk about next week for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, WFA Heavyweight Championship on the line. Our heavy metalweight champion, Moshpit, defending the title against the winner of the 20th Man over-the-top Yankee swap, Diego Alvarez. Thomas getting a little bit of help with his robe, perhaps reluctantly. Such a throwback competitor. Going to be interesting to see how he fares against his opponent tonight. One of the new favorites here in the Wrestling Federation of America. Thomas, though, not looking to be a favorite, just looking to rack up some victories and get closer and closer to having another championship around his waist. As we now await his opponent, making waves across North America. WWE ID superstar. The man is agile, he's charismatic, entertaining, but very successful. When the biggest wrestling company in the world takes notice and signs you to a contract, you know he's legit. The dime piece, Aaron Ror. Listen to that response, ladies and gentlemen. A top competitor, another viable contender for the WFA Heavyweight Championship. And this is going to be an exciting contest. I speak a lot of contrasting styles. These two will epitomize that tonight. Channing Thomas is meticulous, calculated, and deliberate. Rourke, on the other hand, is a little flashier, likes to take risks. He moves at a quicker pace. So the opening minutes of this matchup may be the most important. Who's going to gain that early advantage and dictate the pace of this contest? Rourke having a little fun with the audience here. A little bit of showboating, a little bit of tit for tat perhaps. The crowd absolutely loves Aaron Rourke, and rightfully so. One of the most promising young men here in the Northeast. And Thomas ready to get down to business. The bell rings. We are underway here in our main event tonight. Cannot wait to catch out next week's main event, the Heavyweight Championship match. Mosh Pit, such a successful defending champion, looks to take on Thiago Alvarez, who has earned his shot, rightfully defeating 19 other men in that Yankee swap over the top battle royal. And Thomas, look at that, knee to the midsection. I mentioned earlier about taking advantage early in this matchup. Hopefully that works out for Thomas here in this scenario as he has the side headlock applied. Rourke, though, backing him up to the ropes, coming off, and shoulder tackle there from world-class Channing Thomas, who's eating up the moment. Now to the far side of the ropes, coming off. Rourke leapfrogging right over. Hitting the ropes as well. And flying head scissors takedown. Sending Thomas to the mat. Rourke now back in charge. And Thomas really got rocked there. Fixated on his nose. Maybe some damage was done there. Oh, knife edge chop from Rourke. And it's fun to woo on those knife edge chops. What it does is that stinging sensation takes you mentally out of the game. You see Thomas getting taken more out of the game there. But the thud from those thick hands caving your chest in, it wins you. It takes you out of your element. That's why it's used so often in pro wrestling. It's a quick way to gain or maintain control, just like that boot did for some very important seconds in the opening minutes of this contest. Whoa, great flexibility and athleticism there on Rourke. Backflipping and then dropping Thomas with a drop kick, who didn't see it coming whatsoever. Rourke now measuring up perhaps Channing Thomas. What's he got planned here? Again, the athleticism and a double knife edge chop. Just to cement his dominance now, going for a cover, but all he's going to get is a 1 count off of that exchange there. Thomas writhing in pain on the mat as Rourke now looks to be going for that figure 4 leg lock he likes to use. Oh, but Channing Thomas, a student of the game, had that one well scouted as Rourke is in the corner. Plants Thomas in there as well, looking for the same move, but Thomas had it scouted and drills Aaron Rourke with a nice clothesline. And the complexion of this thing changed quickly. Oh, loving shots in the corner now from Thomas. Bringing a little more aggression, showing some athleticism of himself. Oh, created some distance so he could sprint right into that clothesline in the corner. And now, a classic neck breaker. Let me tell you, a win over Aaron Ror for Channing Thomas would do wonders for the man's career. You know the suits are watching this one. Always scouting that WWE ID talent and how they fare in the rest of the world with the rest of this independent talent. And let me tell you, Wrestling Federation of America has a long list of talent worth looking at. But Channing Thomas, so young, so put together. You gotta believe he's high on the list. And a win over Aaron Ror would put him just that much higher. So locks in Rourke now, looking perhaps for a pile driver. No, Rourke having it scouted right back into the scenario here, looking for that figure four. But again, Channing Thomas having it scouted, sending Rourke quickly to the outside. Looking to get in here, Rourke. Nice shoulder tackle to the midsection. Create a little bit of time here for him. Up and over. Thought he was going. No, instead off the ropes. And paying for it with the atomic drop. And Thomas now slamming Rourke down, back in control. Now time for a cover here, referee in position, watching the shoulders, and Rourke able to kick out of that one at 2. And you see Rourke there, the neck, Aaron Rourke's neck really seems to be bothering him after that neck breaker. Channing's offense has been mostly on the back, but Rourke's really favoring his neck. I don't know if he got a stinger from taking a hit or if it's the wear and tear of the schedule of a WWE ID superstar. They're on Tubi on Wednesdays. They're wrestling all over the country now. Our more grueling schedule means fighting through nagging injuries rather than taking the time to let them heal. And Thomas has him on the ropes there in a lot of trouble. You got to wonder if that schedule, if being a WWE ID superstar could be the deciding factor in this matchup. It's the wear and tear of more matches. More high-tier opponents. Does its damage. And speaking of damage, Rourke eating 2 elbows now from world-class Channing Thomas. But hitting him with one more. That could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Cover. Count. No, Rourke able to kick out once again, using his whole body there to thrust the shoulders up off the mat. And Thomas again, keeping things deliberate and slow, so he is in full control. He knows that he can't outrun Aaron Ror. So he's going to keep him grounded. And so far, it is working. More damage to the neck and back area, which has been Thomas's focus. It is paying off. Thomas, though, letting the crowd kind of get to his head here, losing control of the submission, and Rourke finding the opening. No, instead getting an elbow for his troubles to the head. But Rourke not giving up, bringing the fight, sending Thomas into the corner, wedging him against that turnbuckle, but not able to capitalize. And Thomas instead, again, all it takes a couple clubbing blows to that already injured back area. And now Thomas, what's he got planned here? Rourke, though, look at that. Not giving up, not letting up. Continuing to bring the fight, and look at that. Tripped him up, leg exposed, and bringing down on the boot to the hamstring of Channing Thomas. Looks like he weakened him there. And that'll slow down Thomas a little bit more, which could give Rourke the opening as we see him kick now the head of world-class Channing Thomas. The dime piece. Digging deep. Trying to find an opening here. Trying to gain some momentum. Comes crashing in, but Thomas again answering with the back elbow. Whoa.
No!
That's the opening he needed, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Ror sizing him up, and the Rana from the top rope. And Aaron Ror is feeling it now. That's all he needed. Amped up and squashing him in the corner with that hip attack. And now looking to climb up top. Springboard, splash, cover, count, No, Channing Thomas able to kick out. And Rourke is in a lot of trouble here. He has momentum on his side. The damage has been done, but Rourke fighting through the pain, fighting through the adversity, trying to score the victory here in the WFA. But Channing Thomas again. Great back and forth action, ladies and gentlemen, in this thing. And now let's see, again they're trying to hook that leg. Thomas, though, doesn't want to give it up. He already suffered substantial damage from that one shot from Rourke. And he knows exactly what Aaron Ror is going for in that figure four. No, Thomas, again! Let me tell you, man, Channing Thomas has Rourke well scouted. He sees that figure four coming and does absolutely everything in his power to avoid it, counter it, escape it. Very impressive. But Rourke not letting up from strategy, but it could cost him right here. We got to cover. 1, 2, shoulders are down now. Rourke able to again kick out. Coming in, oh my goodness. Just ate the knee to the face there. Devastating. And I think Rourke just got clocked. Channing Thomas up. He's been looking for this the whole match. No, look at that counter. Had the pile driver scouted. Back to the center of the ring, and it looks like he's got it locked in this time, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the figure four. He just needs to, there it is. Locked in now. Channing Thomas in a world of trouble. This usually does it for Rourke's opponents. Has he done enough damage to force a submission? Channing Thomas not tapping out yet. Rourke doing his absolute best here to apply pressure. Oh, there we go. That'll do it. The extra torque, the bridging, sending the kneecap backwards. Channing, no other alternative but to tap and escape before any further damage was done. The dime piece, Aaron Ror picking up a great victory in a great matchup. What a contest, not letting up despite taking the onslaught punishment from World's Class. And let me tell you, man, he lived up to that name, World's Class, here tonight as he took on WWE ID superstar. But Aaron Ror looking to cement his position amongst the roster here in the WFA. We're going to see a whole lot more of him very soon. So if you're not yet, make sure you subscribe. And again, next week, ladies and gentlemen, WFA Heavyweight Championship matchup. Diego Alvarez challenges the champion, Mosh Pit. You don't want to miss it. We'll see y'all next week. We're doing it big, ladies and gentlemen. An official WWE ID matchup. So much talent pouring out of WFA. This one just had to happen. Looking very forward to it. Two huge up-and-coming stars that have been blazing the trails here in the WFA recently go one-on-one. That's right, Bryce Donavan. The man has been picking up championships in every promotion he's stepping foot in and is looking to add the WFA championship to his bag. More championships means more work, means more eyeballs, means bigger value, means more money. And Bryce Donavan is money, ladies and gentlemen. The size of this man, the physique, and just getting started. The man's faced the likes of Chris Statlander, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, Timothy Thatcher. He's reached that upper echelon, and by getting in the ring with the very best, iron sharpens iron, and Donovan is becoming a very accomplished and a very dangerous man to step into the ring with. Of course, his opponent has an impressive resume as well. The dime piece, Aaron Ror, just a bursting rainbow of energy. Talking about the resume of Bryce Donavan, how's about Aaron Ror facing the likes of Anthony Green, Blake Christian, Timothy Thatcher, Ali Catch, Max Caster, Masha Slamovich. In the same case of Donovan, iron sharpens iron, and Rourke is like a sword slashing through everyone here in the WFA. And as you can hear, quickly becoming one of the top superstars that the fans love and a top prospect for the WFA Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup is huge, and I cannot wait to see it get underway. What a main event this week we have for you. The crowd is just as fired up as I am. I hope you are watching at home. Bell has rung. Here we go. When the WWE ID system was announced, everyone was very excited to see who would get signed. These two men, very popular in their own respect. Starting things off, Bryce Donavan, I talked before about his deliberate pace. Everything is done with purpose, no wasted motion. He shoots off the ropes here. Aaron Rourke better have an answer, and instead gets caught by the big man. There we are. There's the answer. I was talking about Aaron Rourke looking for a sunset flip, but Bryce Donavan just too big, too powerful, and too focused. Now sending Aaron Rourke with authority to the ropes, but Aaron Rourke head scissors, but not taking the big man down, you noticed. Just falling into the corner. Rourke following it up with a back elbow, coming off the second side now, and a boot to the face, rocking Donovan. Rourke up to the middle rope, timepiece with a drop kick, and again, Bryce Donavan not reacting to Rourke's offense too much. But there he is. No, still on his feet, this big man, not giving Rourke anything to tip his hat to. Uh-oh, and he just caught Rourke, and we're in for a big choke slam on the side of the ring. A lot of steel to reinforce the ring on those edges. That's what makes it so much harder than the center. And Rourke now could be in trouble for that flurry of offense he saw early on as he tosses the dime piece like a dime bag. And Rourke to the floor in agony. My goodness, will he be able to answer the 10 count? I've talked about the pace. Now let's talk about Bryce Donovan's education, his mentors. Bryce Donavan is a student of the game well beyond his years in in-ring psychology. He is a master of this ring and a clubbing blow to the spine of Aaron Rourke. And the dime piece is in a whole lot of trouble now as he gets slammed with authority from Bryce Donavan. Look! One. Getting a quick 2 count there. It's going to take a lot more to take out Aaron Rourke, it seems. But Bryce Donavan, this offense, not letting Aaron Rourke catch his breath whatsoever, delivering these thundering blows. He now has Rourke exactly where he wants him, on the ropes in the corner as he drives a boot into his midsection. And the crowd getting behind Aaron Rourke, but Donovan having an answer for it at every chance he gets. And now looking for a classic abdominal stretch. That's just right. Bryce Donavan silenced these fans in a heartbeat. Trying to will on Aaron Rourke here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He suffered a lot of damage very quickly. He came in so hot and got cooled right off by the big man. But Donovan in the corner now. Can Aaron Rourke mount some offense? Up and over to the apron. That is not where you want to be. Donovan has him exactly where he wants him there. And now what's he got planned here? Sending him. No. Aaron Rourke thankfully catching himself there before he ate some steel. Rourke again looking for something, but Donovan has this man well scouted, and again using the rope. That is a patented maneuver by Bryce Donavan, ladies and gentlemen. Using the ropes to his advantage, those big long legs, kicking that cable into the face of Rourke, but Rourke now looking. Caught him with a chop there, but no, sent to the corner, sent to the ropes. And eating that big slam, 2 and 0. Rourke again kicking out. a punishment Rourke is sustaining in such quick fashion for Bryce Donavan. Bryce isn't even moving very much, ladies and gentlemen. That is the command and the presence this man has in the ring. I mentioned controlled, delivered. Oh my goodness, what a shot there from Donovan, and now looking to seal the deal too, and Rourke again, left shoulder up, struggling to get to his feet, struggling to create some distance to recompose himself. But Bryce Donavan,
shut your mouth.
The pacing of this man. Oh, wait a minute there. Aaron Ror with a little bit of a shot to the kisser. Reeling Bryce Donavan. Caught him very off guard. The crowd loved it. Aaron loved it, but I don't think Bryce did. He come charging in, and Rourke, there we are. Moving out of the way. This is his shot now. Firing away, trying to chop down that big redwood. But instead, Bryce sending Rourke to the corner. No, Rourke again moving. And again to the leg. And that one seems to have affected Donovan a little bit here. Rourke having to shift his focus and his strategy in this matchup. And it seems to be paying off right now. Low drop kick. Does he have him? Oh, I know what he's going for here. Aaron Ror, master of the figure four, adding it to his repertoire and paying off. Oh, and there we are with a knee DT, ladies and gentlemen. Driving and jacking that knee of Bryce Donavan multiple times now. And we're going to see it pay off here. Figure four time, locking him in. He's got it. He's got it in deep, and those big, long legs being the primary focus now of Aaron Ror. And Bryce Donavan now is the one in trouble. Center of the ring. The man's got to try to use his power, use his size to get to those ropes to escape, and it looks like he's getting there. But the pain, perhaps too much. Rourke now trying to take shots at the legs of Donovan, forcing him into submission, but there it is, grabbing the bottom rope, forcing the break of the submission maneuver. And Aaron Ror, in a hurry, has evened this thing out. Bryce Donavan looking to take a timeout on the outside of the ring, but Rourke not going to let him catch his breath, just like Bryce did to him. Coming off, there it is. Diving on the big man, and Aaron Ror. Man, he is on fire. Donovan there, we just saw him drop to a knee, really starting to bother him now. The pressure is on, but all it takes is a choke slam to regain control. That's got to be it. Cover, and no. Rourke still kicking out. What a phenomenal contest here. Back and forth. Oh my goodness. Just beheading Rourke with that lariat. 1, 2, no. I don't know how he does it, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Ror kicking out once again, but Donovan now looking to finish it off. We saw him get the win last time, but that leg bothering him. Maybe the second that Aaron Ror needed cover. Count, and we got the victory! Aaron Ror scoring a massive win in this official WWE ID contest. What a fantastic performance from both men. Aaron Ror has done it. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us this week. And let me tell you, man, next week it gets even bigger. 6-man tag team matchup. Brandon Locke finally gets his hands on Scott Reed, but he has to pick some partners first, as it is a 6-man tag team match. Scott Reed will be teaming with Brick City. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you subscribe. And man, we just witnessed a fire burner of a main event here tonight. You can expect much of the same next week as the crowd shares their dismay with Bryce Donavan. A phenomenal performance, but Aaron Ror shifted strategy and was able, with just 3 seconds, able to pick up the victory. We'll be seeing more of those two men as well here in the WFA. Things just keep picking up. You don't want to miss next week. We'll see you then.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening.
Here we go. Main event time. WFA Heavyweight Championship on the line. Two WWE ID superstars about to clash for the ultimate prize here in the Wrestling Federation of America. We get a first look here at the challenger tonight, the dime piece, Aaron Ror. An amazing athlete, charismatic, flamboyant, and gets the job done each and every time that bell rings. He is rightfully the #1 contender. Is going to bring his A game here tonight to the champion, Gal. It's going to be an epic clash. Gal recently defeated Mosh Pit to capture that championship and has been on a tear through the WFA. But now no more mind games. Now it's bell to bell. The man has to prove that he is the absolute best. We've seen what the schedule did to Mosh Pit as champion. Can Gal handle that same schedule, that same workload, that same work rate? We now await the champion. What's this?
Jacked, ready to attack the real-life action figure, it's Gal. Will not be making it tonight to WFA. You see, I have some business to handle in Orlando. I'm catching some rays, making sure I'm staying lean and mean, protein-consuming machine. So Aaron Ror, tonight, if you beat whoever you're facing in the main event, I might show up to the next show. And all you dummies watching, you better not forget that when you're in mid-condition, there is no competition. Oh yeah.
Wait a minute here. Gal taking another shortcut, worming his way out of defending the championship? What? Now what are we doing? Aaron Rourke ready for action here, and are we gonna find an opponent here? We need a main event for the night. Oh, wait a minute! Recognize that music, former champion Mosh Pit. Is he cleared for action?
Hey man, that Gal, he is a titanic dingleberry, isn't he? Now, I actually have something really, really fun to announce to all of you right now. Really? That you and I get to be in a tag team next month.
I can't wait!
Against that, Tan Jack, whatever the hell he says, against him and one of his cronies or whatever. So I thought, you and I might be uniquely qualified to slap the spray tan off that collector's edition cruster. You and I got a lot in common. I even love your fit. It's pretty righteous, isn't it? Yeah. Now, despite all that we have in common, there's still a few issues that you and I need to address right now. For one, I don't really like the idea of waiting in the back of the line for my championship rematch. I don't. This is a house at Moshpit, and let's just be honest about it. And because of that big weenie, there's no main event.
Which one?
Oh, the weenie? Oh, that would be the dude that has all those catchphrases that don't make any sense.
Candy Jack, ready to attack. That was a good one, right?
So, I had an idea. I figured maybe we can get to know each other a little bit better. Since you have an opening in your schedule and I have all the time in the world, apparently. So how about we solve a couple of issues, we get to know each other, and the winner of this little match gets to be #1 contender.
There, the gauntlet has been thrown down.
I know you got a free schedule, but you think you can
That's a hell of a replacement if you ask me.
Easy win, huh? See, there's a joke there, but I won't go there. It's a very interesting first date proposal, but as long as after I win, you buy. Okay? First drink's on you, alright? You're on.
Here we go. Heck of a replacement. And Moshpit surprisingly back in the ring. That man carries the WFA with a badge of honor. Like he said, this is the house that Mosh built. He didn't want fans going home unhappy without a main event. He has been hanging around despite his injuries suffered in his match with Gal, but he is here ready to give the fans what they paid for. He's got Aaron Ror and Mosh Pit tying up to determine the new number one contender for that WFA championship. See, very sportsmanlike exchanges here of holds. Who will gain the upper hand here? As Mosh Pit has the wrist control over Aaron Rourke. Now the former champion having control, but Aaron Rourke being able to escape there, reversing control of that wrist. And now, aggressively applying pressure here to the former champion. You heard it there, Mosh Pit and Aaron Rourke will be teaming up in the future to take on Gal and a partner of his choosing. That'll be an interesting contest. I'm curious, though, if Gal is pulling the strings here, avoiding championship match here tonight, and with a tag team match now coming up, is he avoiding another title defense? Timepiece headstand looking to escape that headlock. There we go. Cover. High stack. Mosh Pit able to escape, though.
That was naughty.
All right, fans are fired up for this one now. After that back and forth exchange, you know things are going to get taken to another level, though. We know how much Mosh Pit cares about that heavyweight championship. And now the crowd showing some love and affection of both athletes here. But man, these guys are going to turn it up to 11 and they are going to go. Who will walk away number one contender after it's all said and done here? And how is this match, as it continues to unfold here, how is their relationship going to be affected as they are going to be teaming together against the WFA heavyweight champion? Oh, boots up by Mosh, coming off that middle rope now. There we are. Banton Mosh Pit, the man is looking good in the ring after losing that championship now. And now, things are taken up to another level here as the fists start flying. Mosh Pit having a little fun headbutt now to Aaron Rourke. Aaron Rourke, of course, signed to the WWE ID system. You've seen him on Evolve. And now Mosh Pit, hang on just a second here. Fireman's carry. Rourke escaping, though. Turning him over. Irish whip reverse from Mosh Pit, sent to the corner. Up and over. Man, look, back flip and drop kick. Excellent exchange there. Aaron Ror looking like $1 million now. Coming in hard to the corner, back elbow. Possibly European uppercut there. No! Devastating boot to the corner. And Mosh Pit may be regretting coming back a little bit too early as we get the back suplex. Cover. Count. Mosh Pit able to get the shoulders up, though. Both men looking excellent here, and we're still very early on in this thing. Aaron Rourke, knife edge chop there. Having a little bit of fun toying with Mosh Pit here, but Mosh Pit firing right back with one of his own. And now Aaron Rourke on the ropes here. Back and forth from both competitors. Both vying for a shot at Gal and that WFA Heavyweight Championship. Another series of knife edge chops. This thing is getting serious between the two of them. They went from exchanging professional holds to absolutely beating the snot out of each other. Coming in. Oh, went for a big one and missed. Mosh Pit, though, firing back with one of his own. tit for tat here in our main event tonight. Now Mosh Pit whipping, no, Aaron Rourke with a reversal again. Mosh Pit eating the buckle, Rourke coming in hard, double overhand chop. And that one has got to sting, but nothing would sting more than Mosh Pit losing his spot here in the WFA to the WWE ID talent. The man held that WFA Heavyweight Championship for years, defending against any and all comers, and now this new wave of talent coming in, threatening the top of the mountain position that Mosh Pit held. Now abdominal stretch from Aaron Ror. Mosh Pit relying on this crowd. Mosh Pit, though, getting his knees down. Not as painful as that move could be had Aaron Ror hooked the leg. Mosh Pit now back up to his feet, looking for the escape here. Nice hip top, sending Aaron Ror for the ride. And now Mosh Pit having to dig deep here. Avoiding the back elbow, avoiding a clothesline. Mosh Pit sending Aaron Rourke down to the mat. And for a second time now, Mosh Pit fired up now. He is feeling it. And, driving him down. Cover, count, shoulders are down. No, Aaron Rourke able to escape that pinning attempt there. So back and forth, neither man gaining clear advantages in this thing. I think it goes to show the level of talent in Mosh Pit here, faring against some of the very best and brightest that the #1 company in the wrestling world has their eyes on. And you know those higher-ups are going to be watching this thing. Mosh Pit firing back now with some strikes here. Both men on an even playing field. More back and forth exchanges here. Who is going to walk away the #1 contender? The stakes could not be higher for either individual here. Both want a piece of gall. Mosh Pit wants the whole thing, and Aaron Rourke would love to add a championship to his carry-on bag as he flies around all of North America. Fireman's carry into a neckbreaker over the knee. My goodness, cover, count, this could be it. Mosh Pit, though, able somehow at the last second to escape that pinfall attempt. Things got so emotional when that championship was on the line. Mosh Pit against Gall. He was driven to an emotional state where he made a very important mistake and drove himself through a table with his patented senton splash that won him so many championship matches.
This first date is crazy.
Aaron Rourke looking to finish off Mosh Pit, but Mosh Pit has other plans in mind. Fireman's carry, Rourke again escaping. And now the dime piece has the former champion up. No, Mosh Pit again sliding through. Cover. 2 count only. Aaron Rourke coming in, but eating a boot to the midsection. Mosh Pit now, hopefully third time's a charm here. He has Rourke up. Oh my goodness, driving him down. That was not a pleasant ride to be on. And Mosh Pit scores the victory on that one. How's about that? Mosh Pit stepping into the front of the line will challenge Gull once again for that championship. Lots of respect between these two, and hopefully we get a rematch somewhere down the way, but they're going to have to work together. And speaking of tag team action, next week's episode of WFA Reborn is all about tag team turmoil. Brick City, our WFA Tag Team Champions, will be in action. Shot Through the Heart will be in action. And Jersey Muscle. All 3 teams will be in a tag team topped episode of WFA Reborn. Glad to have Mosh Pit back in the ring. Glad you could all join us this week for another great episode of WFA Reborn. Make sure you subscribe because there's plenty more coming down the line, including this man's quest for vengeance as he attempts to regain the WFA Heavyweight Championship.